I'm just gonna leave that there for right now, as I don't need it yet. This the spiders. Oh wait, hang on. I remembered something. But I'm lost. No, it's just upstairs. Yeah. Come on, Emily, turn. Line yourself up with the stairs. Alright. Check this out. I'm gonna save it. Just in case. I don't want to biff this. That would be stupid. Fuck. Oh. Well, I biffed it. But it's okay. See, this right here, it's not such a big deal in this one. Bang. Aha. Now I have sword. Good sword. Not breaky cavalry saber. It's not such a big deal on this one, but in Alone in the Dark 2, it is maddening how difficult it is to aim at bad guys. Hey dudes, enjoying your meal? Now, go back to the ballroom. Where's the ballroom? No, this is fine. Okay. Take. And then back out. Purple spiders. No, thank you. Alright. Hang on. Let me just make sure I didn't leave anything in here too. A photograph of Uncle Jeremy with me. What are you doing? Why is she chasing me? Oh, Lord. Waste of time anyway. Okay. Oh. I don't need the empty biscuits box. Sweet, I got it. Nice. What in this room? Book. A big blue-bound green book. It's a fake book! Nope. Oh, I remember. That's got something to do with the library. Nothing important in the chair. Bed? Nope. Is that really the whole point of coming down here? Oh, there's the library right there. Oh. Get a bit dark in here. Can see. Ah! That lovely creature is called the Vagabond. Not super friendly. There's a mechanism to trigger. No. I think that's what I'm supposed to use it for. Yeah. Sweet. Secret passageway. Somebody was doing some occulty things in here. I probably should have saved it. I don't think I need that one. I'll take that one though. And all of the parchments and books. Okay. Nope. I hope I'm not going to regret saving it right there.
Ludwig Prien. De vermis mysteriis. In nomine invocatoris si non sanctificatus es cave. De vermis
Is that this book?
mysteriis non absolvo folem legendum
Cthulhu
fatum
Fatagan.
et eum versus. Tibi magnum
Though I think it says Fatang in this game.
signa stellarum nigrarum et Ludwig Prien.
Whoops. Oh, the end. No, it's the red book. It's the red book. That's the that's the Cthulhu thing. Okay. So get this book out of my sight. See what this book has to say.
Juan Luis Jorge, De Biblioteca. Reflections on the power of the verb in certain texts. Archaeos Publications, 1919, Stafford.
Translation does not alter the occult power contained within such forbidden texts. The malevolent energy is in no way diminished. The spell must be cast aloud and clearly, in certain languages or little-known dialects. Maglafach Fatang. The reader will understand that, in the light of these revelations, I would be foolhardy to continue quoting from the text I have before me. If spoken aloud in its entirety, it would surely awaken powerful and malignant forces.
It was misspelled there too, though. Isn't it Fatagan? F-T-A-G-N?
More technical passages describing specific practices Isn't it
Or
safe?
FHA,
A
yeah.
perilous
FH.
exercise. The ill-prepared reader
Yeah,
can
Fatagan.
easily fall prey to attacks of demented hysteria, not unlike
Oh, whoops.
those described in cases of individuals said to be possessed by evil spirits.
I wonder
I recommend
if this
the
wasn't
study
before
made by Zemf, Urbain,
Lovecraft's work
Rangier,
became like
and Loudon, and
public
the reports
domain.
made by the Reverend
So they might have misspelled
Clifford
it on
Price
purpose.
concerning a number of astonishing, to say the least, exorcisms carried out in a parish near Providence. Given what I have written, we must be grateful to the librarians of the British Museum, who have never allowed consultation of the work of Al-Azif's startling work, the infamous Necronomicon.
Yeah, it's Al-Hazred.
Copies of that work do exist, in spite of the zeal of book-burning inquisitors. For proof, we need look no further than the British Museum, of course, and the sealed archives of the Miskatonic University in Arkham. Other examples of books whose evil can be unleashed by any thoughtless reader are von Jutz's Von Unersprechlichen Kulten
Nice.
and the abominable De
Unas.
Vermis
No,
Mysteries
I'm not going to try that.
by Ludwig Prien, whose sordid death should be a lesson to all those tempted by a study of the occult.
Indeed. I always hit the wrong button. Alright.
The Sacrificial Dagger, Otto Stern, Lumina Books.
The importance placed on ritual sacrifice is constant in religious cult practice. Propitiating the gods is a theme common to many religions. The Old Testament affords many examples. Primitive polytheistic belief systems integrate sacrifice in their rituals as part of the recurrent process of reaffirmation and, naturally enough, group cohesion. The members of their social and religious community come together in an act of purification and atonement. It would be erroneous to imagine the act of human sacrifice linking priest, offering, and God, C.F. Manzetti's stone cults, as anything less than a vital focusing of the group's faith. The act also ensures the continuing appeasement of the god, but only if practiced by a recognized officiating priest using the appropriate instrument.
Gotta use the right knife.
Studies concerning primitive religious groups bear witness to the central role of sacrifice in living ritual. My own work in the field of ethnopsychology brought me into contact with a sorcerer living in the region of Arkham. He introduced me to the rite of steel, linked to a ceremony known as adoring the black goat of the woods with 1,000 youngs. The god being adored is known as the vagabond. Here, the dagger's role, which allows the life breath to pass from one dimension to another, is essential. The vagabond is a frightening figure, being able to move where he wants and to kill those who have displeased the goat god, for whom he acts as a go-between. The goat is clearly a fertility god. The priest, having spoken the invocation, must choose the appropriate dagger for the sacrifice. The knife with a sinusoidal blade that must be dipped 7 times on night when the
I don't
moon
know.
is full,
Is it...
in
Which one
water
are you
that has been
used to? Are you used to
distilled
like the
100
DOS version?
times, will be laid aside.
I've
Since
like
it would
played a
send the
little bit
vagabond back
of
into his own
the
dimension.
PC version, but
See
this is the only one I know, so it's not a weird font to me.
The priest will rather choose the dagger with a curved blade. That is more appropriate for slitting of the lamb's throat. This act transfigures a sorcerer priest and plunges the assembled worshippers into a divine trance.
That is weird. I wonder why they did that. Ow, I hit the wrong button. Drop put.
The Book of Yael, Signs of Stone, Eucharistic Rituals of Forbidden Cults. Texts collated by Monsignor Vacher, legate in the Curia of the Vatican.
Numerous devilish cults speak of monstrous creatures called the Old Ones. These supernatural beings are believed to be possessed of powers equivalent to those of the gods of antique religions. Adepts of such cults refer to forbidden literature in order to cause these frightful entities to appear before them. What serious student of folk myths has not come across the names of Cthulhu and Shub-Niggurath?
Careful.
It must be said that these creatures wield tremendous power and are difficult to control once they have been unleashed into the world. Those who serve He who goes in shadows protect themselves with signs of stone, carved into the walls of houses or engraved on various objects. For those misguided servants of evil, the best protection appears to be that afforded by the sign of the most ancient gods, engraved in Manar stone, a heavy material said to be disagreeable to the touch.
Interesting.
The sinful practices of those who fall into such errors can only lead to the darkest of despair, and are a mortal danger to the soul. Such monsters as those invoked by these foolhardy individuals are engendered when reason drops its guard.
It's okay.
Man is easily tempted into perversion. It is why we must forever remain alert and renounce Satan with each breath we take. His ways are infinite in number.
Indeed. Alright, so far so good. I don't think I've messed anything up. Alright, I gotta go kill this vagabond. Apparently, Emily has displeased the goat fertility god. I guess maybe because... Whoa. She hasn't had any children? It went down pretty easy though, that's for sure. Nothing important in this bookcase. Oh wait, I went back? How in the world did I do it? I have to find the red book. I don't remember where it is. There it is. Yeah. Because I think this death is pretty interesting. If I remember right.
Fragments of the Book of Abdul.
It's just fragments.
In the antique city of dead
No, it does say
Velaya,
Fatagan.
Cthulhu dreams and waits. In the pit of time, the unspeakable lies in wait. that is not dead which can eternal lie. Relia, your blocks of stone seal the ritual that gives birth to fear. Cthulhu Futang! Cthulhu Futang! Ayah! Ayah!
Oh, yeah. No, I thought I saw it spelled like that on here.
Let he who knows how to invoke the stones act. It is time. Let the shadow of Cthulhu darken the sky. May the servitor of the black goat of the woods with 1,000 youngs sound his flute in honor of the unspeakable. Cthulhu Fatang! Cthulhu Fatang! Ayah! Ayah! May he who may not be named cast his withering gaze upon the unbeliever, for he is the door, the key, and the guardian of the door, and holds you now in his immense power.
May madness strike down he who reads and thinks he understands. Nobody can pierce the mystery and not pay the price. Nobody can contemplate the face of gods with impunity. If strength abandons he who reads me, then may madness overcome him. Oh, she feels weak. Oh, it doesn't kill you. It just beats you up real bad. Whee! Alright. Maybe I'll read those other books later. Alright, so I have the Circle of Power. What do I do now? Or not the Circle of Power, the Talisman is what I meant. Did I pick up anything else? Oh. I don't need that. I need to put these out of the way, so I don't run into them every single time I pass through here. I'll leave him in here with this old bat. A room. If I throw it. I know, man. The first time I saw that, I was like, what's happening? I don't think I need that anymore. Yeah, okay. I know I'm still looking for the record to make the ballroom ghosts dance. Oh, my lantern! Holy crap! I hope I didn't use up too much of the oil. Wow. I used a lot of it. Into the corner with you. Back upstairs? Maybe? I think, no, not this upstairs. Not the all the way upstairs. Yeah, there's that room. Oh, the key from Pirate Man. Now that I've got the sword. Yeah, that's true. That's awesome, though. This game in particular? This game also inspired another huge survival horror franchise. Had a pretty big impact. Nobody cares about Alone in the Dark anymore. Ah, too far. Oh, I'm already feeling weak, coach. No, dead. Yeah. Chop. Now I have a key. I need to find a locked door. This door's pretty locked. It's the proper door. Oh. Okay. No VA in the book, so oh yeah. Yeah. I imagine, yeah, if you want to be able to figure out what's going on, yeah. Ah, that's not the key to that door. Well, what record is it? That's just the... Wait, is that a thing? Another book. That's another locked door. Do I have any other keys? I don't think I do. I don't need that. Search this zombie. You have anything on you, sir? Oh. Yeah, and then here. No, not down here yet. Rear. Weird. Does that door just not get unlocked? Well, I know I'm missing a record. At least. There's nothing else in here. I don't think I missed anything in there. Don't do it. Oh, you trash. Never mind. And this just goes back out to the gallery, doesn't it? Does. And then, yeah, back to the... I really feel like there's something else in this bedroom back here. This random bedroom at the end of the gallery. There's nothing doing with this clock. Can I push it? Oh, I can. Ta-da. Excuse me, clock. A key. A parchment.
The Creatures of Night by Hubertus the Bald.
What a name.
Translated from Latin by his brother in prayer, Fratre Johann Marcus.
Of monstrosity. You who read me know that night engenders monsters and that night creatures exist. The accursed book of Abdul al-Hazred is clear on this matter. That is not dead which can eternal lie.
What? It said a different name in the other book, didn't it?
Unhappy he whose eyes alight upon that.
Weird. This game's weird.
Unhappy he who implores the standing stones, for he will free the powers of darkness.
Breathing right into my mic.
Of the pit. Stagnant waters are like the memory of men. Beneath the surface calm, clawed beasts await and are known to initiates as the deep ones. Awaiting his prey, the deep one seizes him and drags him down to the abyss, where Dagon, the cruel god, swims and reveres him whose name may not be pronounced.
Voldemort?
Of libraries. Unhappy he who frees the prowler. Unhappy he who meets the prowler erring among the books. He generates the vagabond that comes from other spheres. He believes the vagabond does not exist.
It doesn't anymore. I stabbed him to death.
He will feel the embrace of death, for in the eyes of the vagabond, books are no more than dreams, stone no more than wind. Vagabond knows how to take the breath of the reckless. Of strife. He who speaks does not know, and believes he is able to kill the creatures of the night. Folly. Evil is conjured up by science and secrecy. He who prowls among books will perish by the blade. He who flies in the dark caverns will scream in fear. He who swims in the depths will evaporate. But he who believes he knows, knows
Nothing? Yeah.
He who knows says nothing.
True wisdom lies in knowing that you know nothing.
Of death. There are domains more terrible than death. that is not dead which can eternal lie. Each creature is conjured up and is not dead, but returns to the origins. A monster, a science. Steel kills the vagabond who never dies. Translator's note. Here ends the manuscript of Hubertus, who died in the library of the convent of Teruel in the year of our Lord 1666. Requiescat in pace.
Yeah. That was a lot of words on that one piece of paper. Alright, now to figure out where this key goes. Hang on, I wonder if I can blindly go through the library. Let's see. Navigate around the table. Nope. Oh, almost. Dang. No, I didn't want to take that. Alright, back downstairs. It's locked. Nope, not that one. Yeah, I don't want to carry that. I need to leave it there. Yeah, this just goes out into the hall, right? So it kind of makes me think that that door just stays locked throughout the whole game. No! Dang it. I mean, that'd be one way to get rid of them, but they'd chase me for the rest of the game. Yeah. That's always an important important touch. Though with the Lovecraft stuff, I'm not sure if... I don't know. I don't know if there's official pronunciation for a lot of H.P. Lovecraft's like made-up language. This goes where? Farther down. What other door is locked? This game doesn't have a map. I'm missing a locked door. No, no. Right. Right, that is right. I haven't stumbled... That's off the dining room? Yeah. Right. Thank you. Thank you. Another sword? There's a mechanism to trigger. Is that what I use the poker for? Oh. No. Ah, the weird record. So that's gotta be the right one. What is this thing? It's too small to be... Yeah, it's a desk. Oh, the cavalry saber? Oh, thanks, man. Thank you for coming by. I really appreciate it. Keeping me company for a bit. It's late here, too, but get you some good sleep. And cheers indeed. Use. No, not use. Put. Drop put. Yeah. A staircase leading downwards. Here, I'm gonna go through one or more of these books.
The Tale of Captain J.W. Norton of the Army of the Union.
June 17th, 1862. The South was in collapse. Louisiana was open to us. I had each day to requisition victuals for our troops.
Victuals.
Was aided in this endeavor by a score of brave men. Rebels were not yet ready to lay down their arms. The region was far from safe. I headed further and further west and questioned many freed slaves. From them, I learned of a plantation on the coast. Its name was Derceto.
Is that you, Dutch?
We received a less than hearty welcome. Only Pickford, the owner, behaved in a friendly manner. While my men counted cattle and grain reserves, I learned what I could from him. Man was most unusual and possessed an extraordinarily cultured mind. At nightfall, I gave orders for the men to bivouac at Derceto. Pickford invited my second-in-command, Lieutenant Patterson, and myself to dine.
Bivouac. What is that? Hang on. I need to know what that word is. A temporary camp without tents or cover, used especially by soldiers or mountaineers. Bivouac. I learned a new word.
The evening was splendid, and our host proved a most entertaining conversationalist. While coffee was being served, Patterson went to inspect the men's camp. The cigar Pickford offered me was so acrid that my head began to spin.
I think there was one of those in this mansion.
Fellow officers trapped by devilish Confederate tricks. My mind floated in a foul and dense fog, from which emerged the enlarged and deformed face of Pickford.
Oh my goodness.
He grinned at me.
At least he's friendly.
Patterson's return chased off the nightmare. I heard shouts and firing from outside and found the strength to take out my revolver. I fired 3 shots. Pickford fell to the floor. Patterson then helped me out of the burning house. The air was filled with smoke. We resembled a company in disorderly retreat. I saw slaves leaping into the flames of that inferno. They were trying to save Pickford's life.
Ow. Wrong button. Ow. Let's do one more book.
Daemonia Particularis, Signs and Rituals, by Heinrich Cassel, Ring Publications.
Ring!
The
Publications.
ritual of invocation demands that the officiant be pure. We have already described the complex operations to be followed in order to call those that sleep in superior dimensions. We shall, for the present, limit ourselves to the sign of mutual recognition used amongst their number by adepts of the cult of the Old Ones. The sign also serves as protection when in the presence of a servant of evil. The sign resembles a blessing. save that the first and little fingers are both folded beneath the thumb, whilst the second and third fingers are held up. It would appear that this sign has no effect on adepts of a certain rank with knowledge of particular secrets contained in the corpus demonicus. The use
Body
of
of
such
demon.
signs is not without considerable risk to the user during any attempt to call upon those from without.
B advances, not C. Demonia particularis. I have so. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and finish the books. I have so many. I don't want to get too far behind.
Unfinished chapter of Terra Incognita by Jacob Van Ostate. A hitherto unpublished fragment of the manuscript unearthed following indications furnished in the Vatican Library's Expurgatory Index.
In those icy and unwelcoming lands, the rites of wizards and healers are deeply rooted in ancient legend.
That accent kind of came out of nowhere.
Mysterious and cruel beings are thought to have ruled over the Arctic plains in times past. A cursed city, enclosed by massive walls, is believed to stand to this day. It contains fabulous treasures and is inhabited by the degenerate descendants of those who instilled centuries of terror in the hearts of the people. These people, naturally placid, are seized with rage and horror at the very mention of the prisoners of the ice. Were these dreadful captives to be freed from their frozen cells, they would reap a horrifying tribute of human flesh. These blood-curdling beings may be invoked by certain ritual words. They can even be controlled, albeit with the greatest of difficulty. I admit to being impressed by these tales, repeated to me on many occasions and in a number of different places during my travels in the region. I have also seen troubling cult objects, sculpted in a material unknown to me. Another remarkable fact is that local Eskimos experience great distaste in pronouncing certain words, and invariably avoid saying them. Here is a living example of the power that words contain. As it is said in the Bible, in the beginning was the Word.
It's hard for me to remember that B advances and C goes back. Like, that's strange. Terra Incognita. Whee! Alright, one more.
If Rocks Could Talk, or The Story of a Louisiana Plantation by the Marquise de Chamfray.
After the criminal selling off of Florida by the foul usurper, my father elected to remain in this inhospitable land, where we were free at least to express our royalist feelings, and hope our country would come to its senses. In 1818, a certain Pickford bought up Ledoux's land, after the poor fellow had ruined himself in unfortunate speculation.
Is that,
Pickford soon turned out to be the most loathsome human we had
French
ever
for the dude.
encountered.
Oh, that was the end of the page.
He was an adventurer of the worst kind, nouveau riche, and bloated with a grotesque sense of self-importance. First came the incessant army of men with shovels, digging into the mountain of earth that was to fill in the surrounding swamp. The undertaking was quite stupendous. We learned from a slave that the final objective was to connect the existing caves with another one of gigantic proportions. Racked by a mania of persecution, Elijah Pickford constantly fired his workers and hired new ones. He did all he could to keep anyone from learning about his plans. My father was amused and said, "The poor fool will end up getting lost in his own cave." The walls went up, and tongues started wagging. Our detestable neighbor had been a sailor, a ruffian grown rich on questionable trade. Distasteful stories were told of him.
Poor guy. Map? A map.
When the work was finished, Pickford invited us to the opening of his rambling mansion, which he named Derceto. My father asked what the strange name meant. Pickford answered, "Derceto reminds me of Astarte, the fertility goddess. Around here, the name is Shub-Niggurath. I believe that a name so steeped in evil should be said aloud came as not such a shock to my father, as he himself confided in me some while later. We left immediately."
In June of 1862, Derceto was burned down in unexplained circumstances. It was undoubtedly the deed of some jealous Yankee or another.
This is the same woman?
It was amazing to watch the servants rushing into the flames to try and save their bullet-riddled master. After that terrible night, Derceto fell into ruin. Its blackened walls were soon overgrown, as human-built works always are, by ever-present nature. In 1875, the property was eventually bought by a gentleman whose name was Howard Hartwood. I was sorry that my father, who delighted in fine conversation, was no longer alive to enjoy the company of this new neighbor. Learned and well-versed in history, he had made a particular study of piracy. It was Hartwood who told me that Pickford had commanded a ship that flew the flag of piracy. That explains this
Jolly Roger.
Great wealth.
I mean, what else would it be, honestly? This book is long!
Hartwood was fascinated by Pickford and undertook a great deal of research in an attempt to find some treasures that he was convinced the pirate had hidden. He went through the ruins inch by inch. He then had the burnt-out house rebuilt exactly as it had been, and refurbished the library that had miraculously escaped the flames on the night of the Great Fire. Hartwood set about studying every volume in that library, and often talked to me of his research. He was a handsome widower, deeply attached to his son Jeremy, who was later to become a professional artist. Hartwood worked incessantly, first from the room I offered him, then from his own freshly restored home, which he rebaptized Derceto. I imagine he hoped to enlist the help of the god of good fortune in his treasure hunt. As far as I have ever been able to tell, all his searching came to nothing. There were no lost treasures to be found at Derceto. I learned of Hartwood's death while I was in Paris. But that, as they say, is another story.
Well, if she is supposed to actually be French or Cajun, she misspelled Paris. Alright.